So what Bootstrap is? Bootstrap is a JavaScript and CSS based library, and which will give you responsiveness, for web pages. For web page. See, whenever I have a web page, and that should be compatible. That should be compatible for desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. That should be compatible for all desktop, tablet, and mobile devices. For example, if I took some app website, for example, let me show a different kind of Bootstrap applications. Bootstrap. Get Bootstrap. Okay, this is the official website for the Bootstrap. Get Bootstrap.com. Get Bootstrap.com. Okay, so here, when you go to the website, you will be finding a lot of things. You can go for examples. Okay, so you can go for sample themes. Can you see this? Let me go. Themes. Examples. There are multiple websites which are going to be available in Bootstrap. Website only. Yeah, you can see. Examples you can see. Let's see. There is one example which is something like a dashboard. There is an example which is something like a dashboard. See, when you open a dashboard, can you see this one? Left side we will be having some menu items, and center we will be having some dashboard. And when I compress this particular screen, what is going to be happening? See, now it is mobile compatible. Now it is mobile compatible. Now it is a tablet compatible. And now it is a desktop, normal desktop compatible. This is the high resolution compatible. Anywhere you go, even in mobile also, the resolution is not going to be missing out. The resolution is not going to be missing out. Am I right? If I load my website in any kind of device, the resolution and the data is not going to be missing out. And the compatibility of the web application which can able to arrange like a Bootstrap pages. So one by one, we will see what are the different kind of components which are going to be available for Bootstrap. So for every component, the one is important thing. Class. Class is very much important for the Bootstrap. So Bootstrap 5. You can go for docs here. When you go for docs, there are multiple kind of elements you can see. Multiple kind of elements you can see. Forms are there, components are there, and helpers are there. So basically, we have to focus on components. But if you want to work with the Bootstrap, we need to follow some rules and regulations for the Bootstrap page. Okay. W3. equals to full stack. If you go for this, the basic web page, how you can able to save it. Let's start it. See, like jQuery, you can download Bootstrap or you can use CDN. How you can use Bootstrap for your HTML? You can download and use, or you can go for CDN files. You can download and use. You can use CDN files. Download and use is the local file, and CDN is some kind of server access. From server, you can able to access the files. Okay, so here we will be having two kind of versions. One is a minified version. One is a normal version. Minified version is smaller in size, and production version is bigger in size. This one is smaller in size. Smaller in size. And production version is bigger in size. And one more thing. In CDN also, we will be having the same thing. In CDN also, we can be having a minified one. And we can have a CDN one. See, in jQuery, we need to access only the one script file, jQuery.js. But in Bootstrap, not like that. In Bootstrap, we need to attach three kind of files. In Bootstrap, we need to attach three kind of files. The one is bootstrap.js. One is bootstrap.css. Okay, before JS, before Bootstrap.js, compulsory we need to attach jQuery JS. Why? Because of Bootstrap depends on jQuery. Bootstrap depends on jQuery. That is the reason. First file is Bootstrap file, sorry, jQuery file. And second file is bootstrap.js file. And third file is bootstrap.css file. See, all these files we need to attach in the header section. Inside the header section, we need to attach all these. One is jQuery.js, one is bootstrap.js, one is bootstrap.css. Three files are compulsory. Okay, so I'm trying to writing a bootstrap rules, bootstrap page rules. First rule is bootstrap page should be HTML file. Should be HTML5 file. And the second one is we need to second kind of importance for the Bootstrap web page. We need to add a meta tag called line. And one more third important, we need to attach or we need to add a meta tag for resolution adjustment. Okay, and finally, we need to attach three kind of files. This is the fourth point. Fifth point is every Bootstrap page, every BS page should have one root level element. And root level element, that element should be a division and which is having some class. Sixth point, root level element should have a class. Called fluid class. In old version, container fluid. In old version, that was this container fluid, but in a new version, fluid is a class. Okay, that is a Bootstrap web page. The basic Bootstrap template. How to prepare the Bootstrap template, I will show now. Okay, let me go and see with the containers. It started with. Let me see the sample file of the Bootstrap. This is a sample file of Bootstrap. Let me see. Okay, let me copy the complete Bootstrap here. Now let's go with the Sublime Text. Let's open the new folder. Open folder. Should be 26/9. From desktop 26/9. Select folder. Now let me create a new file inside. File, new file. Save the file. The class called container fluid. Now you can see this. Okay, so what my requirement is this one, this container I can remove. So this container I can remove. Kind of. Now, my first Bootstrap page should be like this. Resize this responsive page on the street. When you see and observe, this is the basic template. What are the different kind of rules which are going to be available? The first rule is it should be having HTML5, doc type HTML. Doc type HTML is HTML5. Doc type HTML is HTML5. Okay, this one is first recommendation. This one is the first recommendation. Second one is the HTML lang attribute. And third one is a meta UTF-8 character format. And fourth point is it's having a meta tag called viewport. And with the content device with initial scale is equal to 1. Okay, so these 4 points are first mandatory points. First of all, HTML5 file. Second thing is lang attribute. Third thing is char set. And fourth thing is a viewport, meta name viewport. And fifth important thing is we need to attach the files. What are the files here it is going to be attaching? One is a link tag, one is a script tag. One is a link tag, one is a script tag. bs.js from script, bs.css from link tag, CSS, external CSS file. So this is CDN file basically. It is giving a bigger one. And one more thing is it is minified file. And the first case it is a CDN file. And this one is bs.css. And the second one also it is a CDN file. And it is a minified file. And these two also. These two also. From servers. And one more thing. We have to attach this particular file. This is the one more point. And the last point is for every division, one container fluid or container tag should be required, attribute required. Your complete body have one division, that is a root level division. Your complete body have one division, that is a root level. Root level division. And for this root level division, we should be having a container class. This is the one more point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So these particular 5 points are very, very important when you want to construct a Bootstrap web page. Okay. So let me show how this Bootstrap web page is going to be available. Come to the point. Here we have H1 and paragraph. Here we have H1 and paragraph. Let me give this classes remove. It's a container fluid class, and you will be having a simple H1. Okay, this is the Bootstrap main template. Let me save it as. First page .html. First page .html. Okay, so for the first page, you got observed a doc type HTML, that is the first rule. This one. Doc type HTML is the first rule. HTML tag should have an attribute called a lang attribute. This is the second rule. And meta char set UTF-8, third rule. Meta name viewport content is device width. This is the fourth rule. And we are trying to attach in the library JS and CSS. This is the sixth rule. Seventh rule is your complete body should have one division, and that division need to have a class called container fluid. Then only the Bootstrap page is responsive. Otherwise, it is not responsive. Am I clear? Save it and launch the page. Open the browser. This is the Bootstrap web page. You'll be having a font style also different for the Bootstrap. Can you see by default some fonts are coming? Can you see, observe, so by default some different font is coming for the Bootstrap web page. Some rounded font will come. Okay, if I am not giving this one, and if I write just H1, same H1 I'm trying to write it. Without having Bootstrap class for your web page, I'm trying to writing a smaller H1. If I write a smaller H1 like this, and how that will be look like. And how that will be look like. Without having a rounded corners and all. And can you see and observe? It is actually taking the position from the body edge, left side. Taking position for the body edge, from the body edge. But when you given this one, when you given can you give this open? Now, if I'm giving the class called container fluid, when I given a container fluid class, how the Bootstrap page is allocating from? Can you see and observe some space got omitted? Can you see and observe some space got omitted from left side? If I take a container class, what it is going to be happening? There is no fluid concept I am attaching here. I'm taking just container class. When I take a container class, the container class is occupying a lot of space here. Can you see and observe a lot of space is omitting? The page should be like this. And here also some space automatically getting omitted. But we don't want to omit that particular spaces left side and right side. Then we should go for the Bootstrap only. And class is important here. This is container class, but latest class is container fluid class. Latest class is container fluid class, which is not giving you space to adjust the particular page. Now let me take a container fluid only. Container. Control that. Controller fluid. Container fluid. If I am giving container fluid, what it is going to be happening? Can you see and observe? It is starting from body edge. Content is starting from body edge, and the space got not omitting. That time you can able to utilize the lot of space from the page. Am I clear? So let me take multiple H1s. Let me take a multiple H1s. Okay. So after this, I'm trying to taking multiple H1s. H1 and here H1. This point, web development. Come to this point, web development. Okay. So I want to have a lot of H1s in this. Can I go for a lot of H1s? Okay, I'm having 4 H1s here, but every H1, what my requirement is, I need to give a class called text danger. If I give a class called a text danger, automatically, I'm not writing any style sheet, sir. Remember it. I am not writing any style sheet. Complete bootstrap is collection of classes only. For each and every concept, there is for each and every concept there is a class. Okay, so for example, this one is a text danger, and this one is a text primary. Okay, so like this, if I am trying to providing 2 classes for the 2 H1s, okay, how this is going to be available? Can you see? This one is text primary. Text primary. When I am giving 2 classes like this, and you relaunch your web page, how this web page is going to be look like? I'll just relaunch it. Can you see and observe the second one is taking some color, and third one also taking some color. How these colors are basically coming from? I am not writing any CSS now, but I am using class. I'm using class CSS class. I'm trying to use it. Whenever I'm utilizing a CSS class, automatically different colors will come. Okay, if you want, you can see this one. How many text colors we have? Go to Bootstrap and typography. You can go for colors. Can you see how many colors are there? This browser is visible. Huh? The first example, the one is text muted. The second one is text primary. Primary is blue. Muted is gray. And text success, that will be green. Info is a blue. Warning is a kind of orange. Danger in red color. Secondary in some other color. Ash color. Text white text only will come. And text dark color text is only come. And you can go for text body also. Can you see and observe? There are multiple kind of containers. And go for the grid basic. Our Bootstrap web page is going to be dividing into 12 spans or 12 boxes. For example, if I want to occupy 6 boxes, it will take half of the screen. If I want to take a 6 boxes again, it will take a return left and right. Am I clear? Bootstrap always following a 12 grid system. In that particular 12 grid, first 6 for half of the screen, second grid for half of the screen. But Bootstrap is automatically by default it is going to be giving 12 grids, only 12 grids. When you count the spans, can you please people count spans? How many spans are available? How many spans are available? For example, if I want to take a buttons, after this H1, you can take a button, no problem, not a problem. You can take a button, but button should have some class called BTN. Then another class called BTN danger. Button is the class which refers Bootstrap element. Now, if I launch this one, what is going to be happening? You can see that. Open in browser. Can you see and observe which one is taking red and spans are actually unlocking on top of another, or spans are going. Red one is coming first. Red one is going to be coming first. Okay, so button BT and danger. Let me have a title for the button. Danger button. Okay, so I'm having one more button. Okay, so primary button. Primary button. This will come as primary button, but there is no style for the danger button and primary button here. If I go for this, we will be having two buttons. We will be having two buttons. The first button is danger button, second button is primary button. Even any CSS I'm writing here. Can you please people reply with me? Any CSS I'm writing here? Avinash Kaushik, no, we are not writing any CSS. But we are giving a class. We are giving a bootstrap class. What bootstrap class I am giving? BTN space BTN hyphen danger. First BTN. When I say BTN, automatically this button is rounded corners. Can you see and observe? This button is rounded corners. Good look feel. Yes. Good look feel. And font is very good. And color came. Color came. Which color came? That danger color came. Why? Because of I'm giving BTN danger. Okay. For second button, I'm giving BTN primary. Okay. Let's see. BTN primary. BTN primary. If I am going to be giving BTN primary, first BTN style will apply. Then second one is BTN primary color of kind of color will apply. Okay, next you can see second button also taking some blue color one. Second one also taking some blue color one. This is going to be reflecting to you. Bootstrap is only collection of classes. Am I right wrong? Is referring to you. Bootstrap is a combination of colors and classes. Colors, different kind of colors are there. Different kind of classes are there. Okay, all these things which are going to be available. But only the first thing we need to remember is Bootstrap should have some proper structure. Bootstrap needed proper structure. What is the proper structure then? Can you see from top? So what is the primary thing? What is the common structure here? This is HTML only, but Bootstrap needed HTML5. Bootstrap needed HTML5. That is the reason I'm giving HTML5. And one more attribute, lang attribute we have to say for HTML, the global level. Then after that, we are trying to giving a number of methods. One more thing is we are implementing inline style also. And one more thing is we are implementing. We are actually linking the external CSS and we are linking the external JavaScript as Bootstrap file, or you can give the CDN files. And now container tag is imported, sir. For body, the root level division, container tag is important. Container or container fluid. Container is the old version, Bootstrap 4. Latest version, it is container fluid. Okay. For your elements, there are multiple elements. This, please, you follow this one. You follow this, this one. You can go for colors. There are multiple colors. What are the colors? Text. If it is text muted, text primary, text success. If it is a button muted, button primary, button success. Colors are by default. You can go with the colors. And if you see a table, Bootstrap table, it is also every Bootstrap table is basically starting with a dot symbol. It means a dot. It is a class. Dot table is a class. First, we need to specify dot table class for the table tag. Okay. So you can see images, you can see jumbotrons, you can see cards, you can see drop downs. There are a lot of things which are going to be available for the Bootstrap. For the classes we have to do with. Sir, unfortunately my throat is paining. Okay, so can we continue tomorrow? I cannot able to speak loud. Can we continue tomorrow?
Okay,
tomorrow I'll take a lot of time. Tomorrow I'll go with Bootstrap, what we have, and I'll go through the CSS3, features of CSS3 and HTML5. And tomorrow I'll give you the confirmation what kind of subject I'm going with.